WNBA reacts to Caitlin Clark's unreal play against Atlanta Dream. Caitlin Clark had a sensational start to the 2025 WNBA season, recording a triple-double as her Indiana Fever blew out the Chicago Sky, 93-58. The WNBA star finished with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in the game, all while adding 2 steals and 4 blocks. In the process, she tied Candace Parker for the third most triple-doubles in league history. Clark also made history as she became the fastest player to reach 3 career triple-doubles, needing just 41 games to do so. Now, as the Fever returned to action on Tuesday, the 23-year-old guard was back to her dominant form as well. As the Fever attempted to make a comeback after trailing by 11 entering the fourth quarter, Clark stepped up in a big way, draining back-to-back triples to put Indiana within 4 with a little over 7 minutes to play in the game. The WNBA, for its part, couldn't believe Clark's tremendous play and could only describe the sharpshooter as unreal for what she did. Caitlin Clark is unreal, the WNBA wrote. The sophomore drills back-to-back deep threes and now has 5 triples on the night. Caitlin Clark is widely expected to take a big leap in her second year in the WNBA after her Rookie of the Year campaign. Some even placed her in the MVP conversation even before the season started, further highlighting her ability and the massive expectations on her. Sure enough, just 2 games in, Clark has given fans a reason to believe that this season could be even better than her first. Caitlin Clark has been phenomenal in the matchup against the Atlanta Dream. Despite an early ankle scare, she returned to the court and contributed significantly to the team's efforts. Clark recorded 27 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds. She put 5 beyond-the-arc shots into the basket out of 11 attempts, 2 of which came in the fourth quarter back-to-back, helping to close the 10-point deficit to 4.
Be better because they have all those things. I think that's a combination of why they're going to have a much better defensive effort.
There's Clark with a beautiful find inside to Aaliyah Boston. 31 here to Atlanta. Dug themselves into an early hole here. Clark looking to get going. Oh, that's a deep 3.
The other thing they're trying to speak into existence is 6 or 7 players averaging double figures. They believe it.
Backdoor pass there from Clark to Kelsey Mitchell.
The last season and into this year. Such a great backdoor cut.
Another second chance opportunity. Clark fire away and knocks down a 3.
And then right here. Boy, you've grown to love watching it.
Okay at the distance of these back-to-back Caitlin Clark triples.
Difficult angle. Second chance opportunity. Clark fire away and knocks down a 3. That is just that signature Caitlin Clark shot. She will launch. Oh, yes! Caitlin Clark's 5th 3.
Caitlin Clark received a stellar gift from Bubba Watson ahead of Fever game. LIV golfer Bubba Watson was in attendance for the Indiana Fever's second game of the season against the Atlanta Dream on Tuesday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and was ecstatic to meet Fever star Caitlin Clark. Watson, a 2-time Masters champion, greeted Clark pre-game and made sure to arrive with a spectacular golf-related gift for the Fever star. Clark, who is an avid golfer in the offseason, received a driver from Watson, which he signed for her. Clark then took pictures with Watson and the driver. Watson was thrilled to meet the Fever star, going into detail about his wife Angie, who used to play for the Charlotte Sting in the WNBA. Watson called it a dream come true to meet Clark, proving that even professional athletes can get starstruck.
How you doing? Good to see you. Yes, for sure. No, thank you. This is amazing. Yeah, for sure. No, my wife played. So she played 4 years pro.
No way.
She played for the Charlotte Sting. I brought you a driver wherever it went to sign for you. Yes. But I brought it. It's one of mine, so I brought it.
No way.
Yeah.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, it's yours. That's for you. Where are we looking?
Right
There's
here.
a lot of cameras. Everybody. There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell your family I say hello.
I will for sure. Dream come true, you know? For me, not for her, but for me.
This is most viral video on Today Game. Aaliyah Boston and Stephanie White with ref. Obsessed with the calm, I got it. Then the immediate crash out.
Boston continues to show her frustration. It really started a couple.
Aaliyah Boston's two-way impact, at just 23, is hard to miss whenever you watch the Fever. I think she's on track to set career marks on both sides of the floor this year, as the Fever look to grow together as a team. Aaliyah Boston tonight, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 9/13 FG.
Double. DeWanda Bonner with her big milestone. She said, though, they're still
causing issues here in the backcourts. Kimbrough hits the deck, able to keep possession.
They almost didn't get across midcourt.
Alicia Gray has.
Defense will be better because they have all those things. I think that's a combination of why they're going to have a much better defensive effort.
There's Clark. Boston had that huge game on Saturday. She spins and led. Atlanta has led for nearly the entirety of it. Fever are back within 4. Clark bouncing. Boston finishing.
That's just, those numbers are just absolutely phenomenal for Caitlin Clark.
Boston, pretty crossover, gets to the rim and draws the foul.
It's just a smart play not to go into any action.
And Boston fakes the handoff, drives at Griner, spins. Griner sticks with her. Boston wins the battle. Here is Hull off the screen, shot too strong. Boston the rebound. Boston fading and hitting. Can't connect on that 3 ball. Back out there, she's played 27 minutes. Here's Boston running the floor. Nobody picks her up. Boston coast to coast and finishes.
For those shots.
Here's Clark on the drive, being hounded behind the back. Boston has it. Shot clock down to 5 again. But Boston finishes.
There's that drag screen.
Bouncing for Boston. Boston lays it in. It's a 2-point game.
Kelsey Mitchell Today Game. 24 point, 0 rebound, 2 assist, 1 STL.
On 2, Clark back for Mitchell. She will launch and knock down a long 2.
Kelsey Mitchell on the areas where the Fever was lacking discipline.
Aspects of the game you felt like the discipline was missing, and like from us it looked like rim defense in the first half, for example, but what to you did you see?
Awareness, knowing personnel. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but when it comes to the schemes defensively and knowing what certain players need to be defended, you know, this is what we got to do. Whether it's Leash Gray pushing right, Brian Howard pushing left, just certain stuff that we have to hone in on to be successful, especially when you have 6'8" in the paint. It's only so much that can happen at that junction of the game.
Caitlin on the Today Fever start.
The entire game. What do you feel like you guys couldn't quite get over that hump until late with that push?
I mean, it's really hard when you dig yourself a hole like that in this league. Like, it's tough. I thought we had a bad start to the game. I thought we had a bad start to the second half. Felt a little flat as a group out there on the floor. So, you know, we can't put ourselves in those types of positions. I mean, I thought Atlanta played well. I thought they used their 2 bigs well. I thought we didn't really try to attack them in the half court. If they're going to play 2 bigs, we have to find ways to exploit that a little bit more. But you gotta give them credit, but I just felt like just some bad starts. I mean, like I said, second and fourth quarter, 13 and 15 points. First and third, 31 and 32. So that's telling you something right there. So go back and watch the film, and that's the great thing about this league is you have a day and then you play again. So nothing to get too worked up about. A lot of positives, but also a lot of things we can really get better at. So got another shot at him at Thursday.
Caitlin on the energy of the crowd.
You hit those 2 threes to make it a 4-point game and tried to get the crowd in it. What did that energy mean to you guys, and why do you feel like it wasn't there in the first maybe half or first 3 quarters of this game?
Yeah, it felt like the crowd was kind of just waiting for a moment to cheer and kind of go crazy. So I appreciate them. They really helped us there, especially in the fourth quarter, and helped us really get the lead there with a few seconds to go. So the crowd was incredible. But like I said, like it was just flat. We missed free throws. We missed layups. We didn't really execute. They were physical. And I think that was kind of why it didn't feel as smooth as we would have liked there.
We went to the line 26 times and missed 10.
I mean, we still went to the line 26 times, missed 10. So that's the game really right there. It obviously doesn't come down to that, but it's just the little things. But I thought the fourth quarter was our defense. Our defense was great.
As much as you don't want to have to lose a game like this, is going through some of those end of game situations early help?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yes, this stinks. We want to win this game. But, I think this is great for our team, a little adversity. How are we going to respond? How are we going to come in here tomorrow morning and watch the film and learn and get on the court and get better? And like I said, that's why this league is so great. You have a couple days and then you get right back to it. You find a way to respond. We have a chance to go there and play them, actually. So it's even better, I guess. We can, get a little redemption if we go down there and play well. So, obviously we wouldn't have loved to be in the situation that we were in, but honestly, I give my team a lot of credit, my teammates a lot of credit. We never gave up. We fought. We were right there. We found a way to get back in it. When things didn't seem very good for this group, at least we stayed together and we kept fighting, and that's a positive. But, it's tough when Coach White is put in a position to have to use both her challenges in the first half on calls that were pretty point blank, and then we're left with none there in the second half, which, you can pick and choose. Maybe you save them, maybe you don't, but still, every single possession matters. But like I said, it doesn't come down to that. No matter what, if it's a choppy game, we got to find a way to find our flow a little bit better, especially to start the game and start the second half, for sure. Honestly, I give my team a lot of credit, my teammates a lot of credit. We never gave up. We fought. We were right there. We found a way to get back in it. When things didn't seem very good for this group, at least we stayed together and we kept fighting, and that's a positive.
Coach White on the last play of the game.
Last possessions, what did you like about the play with Natasha and just her look?
Yeah, initially we're trying to get the ball to AB, but she was being chucked, so she couldn't get there. C had a good read. Tosh was open. We probably should have called timeout in that situation, but I felt like Tosh was due, right? She had a good look. She had two good looks, and that's really all you can ask for in that situation.